Hey guys, me Josh here, bringing you a quick video on World of Warships. I get this question asked a lot, and I've been wanting to make a video on this for a while now. I get asked a lot, hey Josh, I'm a new player. What lines should I work on? What ships should I work on? And I think it's pretty simple. Each person's going to have their own little play style. One person's going to want to play destroyers, one person's going to want to be a battleship player, one person's going to want to be a cruiser player, an aircraft carrier player, what have you. But I think some really good ships that if you are brand new to the game, and are really interested in getting a good look at the game without kind of getting frustrated maybe at the start is I always recommend playing with the cruiser line first. I think the USN cruiser line and I think the either the USN or Japanese, I think they're both pretty good. I think the USN is kind of newer player friendly. I think the the 3, 4, 5, 6 are a little bit better on the USN side than there is than on the Japanese side. The main ship is, as I think the St. Louis is kind of the highlight for new player-friendly ships. It's a very, very strong Tier 3. You can get it relatively quickly. It's a fantastic ship, very strong for its tier, and so this is kind of the reason why I picked the USN line. I think it's very user-friendly. You get the Tier 3 relatively quickly, and the Phoenix, once fully upgraded, is pretty good. The Omaha is pretty good, and of course the Cleveland's still really good. It's not that the Japanese line is bad. I'm gonna click over the Japanese line really quick. I mean, the Tenryu is also very good. The Kuma very good for Ataka. Now this is kind of it goes from these quick shooting lower tiers to some slower shooting tiers with the Furataka and the Alba. And I just think that for tier 3, tier 4, I think that the USN line has a little bit more survivability. So that's just why I say if you're interested in starting, want some good ships, cruisers are really versatile. They can pump out some really good damage. They can survive a decent amount, especially at these tiers, and they are really, really strong at these tiers, and especially the St. Louis, which is kind of like the highlight, of course. And then you go on from the St. Louis to the Phoenix, to the Omaha, and all that. The tier 1 and tier 2, they're pretty interchangeable for both lines, both relatively, I guess, strong for their tiers. But nothing crazy special. Also, another line I think is a lot of fun for newer players, and just a lot of fun in general, is the Japanese destroyer line. So if you get through these couple, the 1 and the 2, the Hashidate and the Chikuma, and getting over to the Japanese destroyer line, the Umakaze, the Wakataki, Izakaze, and the Minakaze, they're all really, really fun ships, very user-friendly, stealthy torps, quick. I mean, if I were to be a new player, I would pick one of the cruiser lines, either the USN or Japanese, and I'd pick the Japanese destroyer line. I think you'll have a lot of fun with those. Torpedoes tend to be very new player fun. They're very fun, kind of sneaky, very very strong for their tier. Much stronger than the USN line is at that point in the tier. So those are kind of like the two lines I would pick. The one thing is, I mean, at these lower tiers, it's really cheap. Low experience, low cost to try everything. So don't be afraid to try battleships. Don't be afraid to try an aircraft carrier. Try the Russian cruise or the Russian destroyers, the German cruisers. Don't be scared to try these. But I just don't want you to spend your credits too thin. If you start working on every line at the same time, you just won't be able to afford anything like above tier 3, tier 4. I mean, if you're playing one here, one there, and you're spread too thin, especially without premium time, you start getting to that tier 5-ish, tier 4, over a lot of tiers, you're just going to run out of money. So, as a new player, I would stick to 2, maybe 3 lines. Probably 2 is the best. I think if you play one line the entire time, every line, every tree has its counter, if you play battleships all the time, you're gonna hate destroyers because destroyers are the counter. If you play cruiser all the time, you're gonna hate battleships. They're the counter. You hate cruisers, or if you play destroyers all the time, you're gonna hate cruisers. They're. So one thing I think is good is play something that you can counter your counter because you're gonna get mad at that, and you want something that can then take that on. So one thing is though, cruisers and destroyers, I think they're great. You get to learn the maps a little bit quicker. The lower tier battleships are really slow and can kind of put off people. Aircraft carriers can be kind of hard to learn for newer players. I mean, it's not impossible. One thing too is don't be afraid to use co-op. Co-op, if you see everybody else playing random battles, it doesn't mean you need to. If you are not comfortable with your ship and not comfortable playing the game, play co-op. All you have to do for newer players is it'll be defaulted anyway. I think you can only unlock random after a captain level 3 or 4. I think you have to win a couple games anyway. All you do is do the drop down right here. It defaults the co-op when you first start, and then if you want to play against other people, play against random battles. You get more experience. You learn the game a little bit more. But to learn the game, the basics, the maps and everything, there's nothing wrong with using co-op. When I was first using aircraft carriers, I played about 20, 30 games in co-op. Nothing wrong with it. So don't be ashamed to play co-op, learn the game. If you want to level up faster, though, earn more credits, earn more experience, random is the way to go. It's going to be harder, though. I'll let you in on that secret. Now, here's the thing, too. I wouldn't spend a single dollar on this game. I know Wargaming will hate this if they hear it. I wouldn't spend a single dollar on this game until you really know you like it. Don't go out day one buying a Tago, even buy a Warspite or whatever, or anything like that. You're going to go up, play these higher tiers with people who have had X amount of games played already, and you're going to have a really hard time. There goes X amount of dollars, and you're getting stomped every game. Learn the game first. Make sure you like the game. I don't want you to invest any money in this game until you at least know you like it. If you do get to the point where you're tier 3, tier 4, maybe tier 5 without spending any money, maybe buy some premium time. Get some credits quicker. Maybe buy one of the cheaper ships. The Mermance is a great tier 5, great credit maker. Buy one of those ships. I would kind of stay away maybe from the Izuzuchi or some of the other weak ones. The lower tiered ones. I think the Mermance is probably the cheapest and best value buy before getting into some of the higher tiers. But if I were you, maybe buy one of the little combo packs that comes out with some doubloons and some premium time. That would kind of probably be the best thing for you. Don't invest too much money though. Make sure you like the game first, then make the buy. I mean, premium time lets you earn more credits, lets you earn more experience, gets through the lines a bit quicker. Then you can kind of branch out a little bit, maybe play a couple different lines at the same time, 3, 4 different lines at the same time. The main thing about this game is you're going to run against credits. It's not so much experience, it's the credits. So don't spread yourself too thin. Start with the cruiser line, maybe the destroyer line. I wouldn't spend any money until you're comfortable with the game. And really, have fun, guys. If you guys have any questions for new players, comment below. Don't remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace, bros.